What is up, man? How are you doing?
I'm alive and kicking. How you doing, man? Mr. Mexico, how you doing?
Said, muy bien, gracias.
Muy bien.
Yo necesito un poquito más tiempo en Mexico.
Dos cerveza.
Yeah, más cervezas.
We got in the house. We got a bunch of people in the house.
We got a crew up in here. What's up, guys?
I think we got a good subject
here.
Outdoor fishing dream.
This gentleman, sir, I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce your name there. What's your name in the server? We were talking about that. I know we talked about it last time. I apologize for forgetting that.
Yeah. Neither of us can read that. Then we got Molotov out, who is 3 a.m. and awake because he wanted to be here. That's why he's awake. We got Wild Japan's in the house. Ben's in the house.
Gentlemen, appreciate y'all.
Banana Boat GD is in the house. How you doing, Banana Boat? Let's see who else. I think Wild Game Pursuit. All right. We got some hunting to talk about today too.
Yeah, we do.
Cool.
Wild Game, I'm glad you're here. I want your opinion on a topic we're going to be talking about here in just a minute.
Yeah. So y'all see there's only two of us on here. That's because look, Grant busy picking tomatoes. No, actually, Outdoors Fishing Dream, he's busy shooting birds. He's on a duck hunt, and he said he would be here if things happen quickly. And then we got to note that he's not going to be here because things didn't happen quickly, but things happened, I think. He'll probably be here in about 20 minutes or so.
As a little aside here, this is...
duck, goose.
That's what he's doing right now.
Duck, goose.
I want to say that was him this morning, if I'm not mistaken. If not this morning, it was yesterday or something. So he decided to stick with it a little bit longer.
Nice.
Yeah, flying tomatoes it is.
Did you see his cousin Pepe?
Dude, oh man, I have so much to say about pesos. So something I'm going to get in on the... I'm working on edits for videos from Mexico. I'm doing that whole thing. But just FYI, anybody who maybe is considering going down to Mexico anytime soon, learned a really hard lesson on the what is that called when the exchange rate for dollars to pesos is not what it was last year. I learned that lesson the hard way, and things were basically twice as expensive as what they had been in prior years.
Oh, what the heck? Their economy's doing better.
Yeah, we're doing Canada next.
I guess their economy's doing better down there if they're going to charge more for stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny. It's not that they charged more. I haven't confirmed this yet. It's one of the things I'm going to be doing on my videos. I think that it did not change at all. It's just simply the exchange rate made everything more expensive. Like, people aren't down there trying to at first I was mad. I thought people were trying to take advantage of tourists and stuff. I was making a big, and it wasn't. I think the prices are the exact same.
Yeah, so the exchange rate, so that's the Mexican government getting more money.
Yep.
More dollars per peso.
Very true.
Is what it is. So I had an uneventful last couple of weeks because last Tuesday we didn't do a show. I did have the Florida trip. I owe you a video on that. Hopefully I start working on that this week. What else is going on? I think
Mark?
Me and Joel and Shay, we got Joel's Mako looking fine.
Yeah.
We entered a catfish tournament. So we're gonna be fishing a tournament late February. So we'll see how that goes.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Good luck on that.
Appreciate it.
Okay, and yeah, we got so Molotov out. He is dead set on me fist fighting a goose, and man, I'm all about it. I will take that guy on.
I ain't scared no dang goose.
I'm a big dude. I can handle a goose.
A goose ain't yet. Now, a turkey or something like that, they're a little more ferocious with claws and shit. A goose, old flapper feet, I'd knock the piss out of a goose.
This is interesting. Okay, so talking about, is it difficult? I want to try to learn about how to jigging myself. Okay, so I've actually got a little bit of a question about this. There are different kinds of jigging.
Yeah.
You know, there's like vertical jigging. I do a lot of that offshore, and I tear it up on that. Yeah. But there's also like jigging that you would do like off of the beach and stuff at crappie. And I'm not familiar if that's, I assume it's similar, but you got some insight on that?
No, he's got to give you more details. What's he jigging? And you know what? YouTube is your friend. I guarantee you, if you type in how to jig fish or jigging fish in search on YouTube, you're going to find a whole lot of videos showing you how to, and you'll find the ones that show you what you're looking for.
He is, for the record on that, he's talking, the fish species he's talking about, I believe, is Toman. I'm going to write it in the chat down here. If anybody knows about how to jig for these things, please let us know. John is absolutely right about checking YouTube, but I do want to say that we got a crew that knows a thing or two about this kind of thing. So if you have any insight on jigging for Toman, let us know, please.
Mark J. Larson, welcome to the show. We said earlier, Grant is still out there. Well, he's just heading home from being out there shooting at birds. So he should show up in the next 20 minutes or so. That's what he's doing.
Yep. He made sure to send us a picture just to make us jealous while we're all sitting here and not doing that.
Yeah. Exactly. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, he says you don't jig for Taman. Taman, I guess, is a lot like pike and muskie. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Toman. Toman. Toman?
Toman?
I bet you it's Toman.
Wonder what. Now you got me curious.
I'm curious about that too. Adding it to the, or I want it on the old bucket list. The freshwater, so you can use you use a frog form. Okay, so if you use a frog, I'm assuming it's like a topwater you would use.
First thing that pops up when I search for it is snakehead.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, Outdoors Fishing Dream, where are you on this conversation, man? He's the one that I would go to for information on that. He was here a minute ago, at least. He's probably listening in, maybe away from the keyboard. Outdoors Fishing Dream, definitely a channel to check out for that style of fishing. He knows what he's talking about. He would be my go-to guy.
Giant snakehead, giant mudfish, or toman. So I guess they're all one and the same.
Another name for snakehead. Yeah, I thought that. And I know that that's something Outdoors Fishing Dream is really good at. Yeah, right. I agree, Ben. You nailed it right out of the gate with that. You know what? Speaking of which, so that's Grant. We talked about it a minute ago. You know, obviously I spent a little time in Mexico. Let me show you, let me give you just a little preview of what you can expect from me.
See it
in the next coming weeks. So this was my last week.
That water is so clear.
Yeah, it is. And it wasn't even it was kind of rough. This is not even the most clear that we've ever seen it.
Wow.
That eagle ray, I took that shot. He was probably 60 feet down, and I think I dove about 40 feet to get that shot. So that's 20 feet of water, way down out of the light to get that shot. That shot up top, Savvy and Rachel diving down. They dove down to check out a shipwreck. We did go do some fishing down there. We were gunning for marlin because I'm jealous of the ones that you got. And I got skunked on it. I did not get my marlin. We were fighting some heavy conditions. I had Savvy and Rachel with me. They were pushing through. Kudos to them for the work that they put into that trip. It was, we fished it hard, just weren't able to get them.
Sign the contract, Stanley.
Game on. I'll put pen to paper on
that. You can catch big fish in Mexico, but just like anywhere you fish, right time, right place, right bait, you can catch big fish no matter where you're at.
I will admit on that. So I was swinging for the fences. It is it's the very beginning of season for pelagics down there. I was just way too early. I should have gone a different approach with it. I was trying. I just wasn't able to pull it off. There are big fish down there though. They got some good stuff. Didn't see any tarpon. I'm not even sure. I don't even hear much about tarpon. They're big on bonefish down there.
Yeah, I haven't heard much on tarpon from Mexico either.
Oh yeah, it's all big permit. They're called something else. Palmetto, I think. But yeah, they're massive. Ben, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. we were hurting the next day. We were like, you can't see it in the pictures, and the video is not going to show this, but we were fishing in 8 to 12 foot waves. Like we were trolling in 8 to 12 foot waves. It was, yeah, the horizon was disappearing behind waves for 20, 30 seconds at a time.
That's crazy.
There we go. There's Edward. So yeah, Toman is a genus of the snakehead species. He fishes for them all the time. So yeah, I've seen him do a lot of this stuff on his channel. Man, check out Outdoors Fishing Dream. He knows what he's talking about with this. He would be my go-to for that species. So we got some stuff we got to talk about here, guys. We've got only so much time, several conversations that we need to have. We're going to kick things off with some strange things that are happening out on the ice. Every year when we start talking about ice fishing, there's always some crazy story about these guys because they're some of the wildest fishermen you're ever going to meet. It's not exactly my style, but ice fishing, I'm not going to lie, it looks a little bit fun. This is the reason why I say that. Bring up some. Yeah, because the shanties, the houses that they use for these
ice
things.
Fish on that? Oh, that, okay.
He's graduated. He used to just sit
Oh yeah, my brother-in-law, Rachel's brother. So this is like,
there you go.
Yeah, this is what you can expect. Like they have these tent towns on the lakes and rivers. Everybody's got their little shanty that they make. Everybody's got these different designs. And as you can see here, I'm going to bring up some of these designs that they've got. Sometimes they're crazy looking. Sometimes it's just, I don't know, kind of cool.
Yeah, that green one is it's a trailer, and you can see how high the tire is on the side there. That axle rotates up so that it rotates down while we're pulling it, and then we get to where we want to go. The axle rotates up so the trailer is down closer to the ground. So you don't want the cold air coming in from underneath.
I did not know that. But that's awesome that they do that. I would need that. I would want that. I like that. Like I'm not so much into this guy with the little cabin that he's all stuffed in.
Porta potty looking one.
Yeah, I'm not so much into that. But that thing next to it that he's got 7 different like ice holes there.
Yep. That's cool.
I feel like I could handle that. And I want to say, wasn't it what was what was that guy's name in Canada, our buddy? I thought he had one of these fray bills. You know the guy I'm talking about.
Golly, I can't think of him. He hasn't done a video on
Darren's Northern Life.
Darren, yeah, there you go.
I want to say he had one of these fray bills.
They're really cool places where you can pay somebody. They'll pull one out on the water for you, and you stay in it overnight and all that. So.
Oh yeah. They make them nice. They make them where you can stand in. You got a little stove.
See the lights up in the ceiling? It's got electricity.
Clock on the wall so that you know when you're going to have to call in and tell everybody you can't make it to work.
Yep, exactly.
What else? We got some more ears. I don't even know what that thing is he's using to drive it around, but check that thing out.
That's crazy.
Nice window, like lake view to brag about. I don't know about these guys. This is getting a little out there for me.
Oh, that's ridiculous. What is that the front end of? And then
it's got its own little driving thing. I guess, like, can you imagine driving that thing? I'm assuming you're looking through the kitchen window when you're cruising.
That's ridiculous. You frozen ice hole.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Now there you go.
This is the topic of conversation, though, right here. Check this out. So, a couple of guys, and I don't know where this is at. It's 65 kilometers northwest of Regina, a place called Pelican Point on Last Mountain Lake. So if anybody knows where any of that stuff is, please let me know. I'm assuming it's in like Great Britain or something. But these guys, they saw, okay, it was on Facebook Marketplace. They found a plane for sale for $3,000. So 4 buddies got together, they bought the thing, and they turned it into a ice shanty to go take out on the lake.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Canada. Wild Japan says it's in Canada.
Wild Japan, thank you for that. I've never heard of any of that stuff. I appreciate the insight on that. So there's a whole Facebook group about people's crazy ice shanties, and of course these guys are owning it. They gutted it. They turned it into like this rad, whole thing that they've got plenty of room in there.
Oh, that is great. Wonder where they used to haul that thing around.
I think they put it on skids. So I these guys are weird. Who knows if they're using a 4-wheeler or they've got a truck hitch on it or something.
That's awesome. Kudos to them.
Exactly my thought. That's some ingenuity, and they probably spent the exact same amount of money on that they would have a regular wood one half that size.
Right. That was crazy.
Yeah, Saskatchewan. Yeah. Saskatchewan has some interesting names for places. So that's all of the stuff that we were talking about. And yeah, you're right. It is in the Saskatchewan area.
All right. Now we know. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Another topic of conversation. So another one that kind of wanted to talk to everybody about here. I'll bring this article up. So this is an interesting one. And this is where we get into like argument time. We're going to see how much people get mad at each other about this conversation. These gentlemen were caught poaching. On the screen now.
Hang them.
Yeah. Over 60 charges that they have. Oh shoot, here my screen's like, here's the dang thing. There it is. So these guys have over 60 charges, 5 felonies, a bunch of misdemeanors for poaching, $24,000 fine. They got 2 years of a license suspension.
So what were they poaching? Does it go into any of that info, like rabbits or deer? You know what I mean?
Good call. I suppose that does like play in the conversation. So it says, according to news relief, these gentlemen were charged with a combined total unlawful take of deer and elk, and this spanned 2021 and 2022. So this is multiple years.
I've heard a lot more harsh settlements than that, like lifetime ban from hunting and fishing, right? Lose the vehicle, the weapons, whatever.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I was always
that name.
Yeah, I was always. I heard this, and I was always under the impression that was just a straight up. It's a lifetime. I didn't know that there was for it to be
right,
not lifetime.
Yeah,
and they said some of these were. Some of them qualified as trophies.
No, that ain't right at all. It's amazing that they could go that long without people knowing.
Yeah. I wonder if it wasn't like some kind of social media post or something that ended up outing them. I've heard plenty of stories of that happening.
Yeah, Ben, 2 years of poaching and all that stuff, they should not be hunting again. Screw them.
Yeah, I have not yet got snakehead. I know that they got those invasive in Florida, and I expect that whenever I manage to get over there and do some fishing, I'm going to get one, but I haven't got one yet.
Yeah, Wild Japan said they must have had good lawyers, and sometimes the judges that hear these cases don't understand wildlife and all that. They don't give as big a crap as they should, maybe. So I think that's probably plays a role in how stringent they are as far as enforcing penalties.
I guess this said 2 years, right? Oh, they lose hunting privileges for 2. Maybe they're talking about 2 years. Because this is saying that they got right here. It says they have lost their privileges to hunt, fish, or trap in Montana and across all 50 states for the next 10 years.
Okay, 10 years. That's a little better.
That's a little better. Yeah, I misread that this poorly written title here.
Yeah, I understand it now. They were poaching for 2 years. That wasn't their punishment. Yeah. All right, that's more understandable then. Yeah. I still think lifetime's better, but 10 years is a good big chunk of take out of their lives of something they probably enjoy doing.
You know, it's something that, yeah, I'm a little bit more comfortable with that. I'm not going to say that that's even still a little bit lenient. It's probably not, because that's 10 years of prime hunting. You know, there's a difference hunting when you're, I don't recall what they said, how old these guys are.
Yeah, I was going to say, are they 60 or are they 25?
We got a 20-year-old and a 22-year-old. So these gentlemen have lost their privilege to hunt until their early 30s. That,
yeah,
they'll be smarter in their 30s.
You hope so.
Maybe, yeah.
You hope so. Can't guarantee it, but you hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, I have no... there's one thing to... Oops, I thought I could keep 5 trout, but now it changed to 3, and I didn't know. It just changed yesterday. You know, that's different than poaching for 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just that's what they did.
Yeah. They didn't accidentally poach for 2 years.
Yeah, personally, I think this is exactly what these laws are written for. I mean, I know many times I've been out fishing on the jetty, and I've seen people walk off with a 33-inch redfish, you know, and I don't know where, you know, everybody stands. I don't know where the right stance is on whether or not, like, you know, somebody walks off with a 33-inch redfish and that thing's not tagged. Are you supposed to be that guy who's like calling, you know, T-Paw and being like, hey, you know, there's a illegal activity happening out here. You need to get someone down here on this now. I don't really feel the need to do that if somebody's walking with a 33-inch red.
If he had 4 of them, I might.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a 13-year-old kid, I'm going to be a little bit more lenient on that one. Not with 4.
And maybe even educate a 13-year-old kid, because they might not even know.
Yeah, true. But with stuff like this, this is what, you know, this is the reason why they wrote the law. And, you know, this is the reason why we have a lot of the regulations that we do have.
Well, for sure. Somebody's got to screw something up for them to make rules about it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Didn't get a lot of comments on that on the chat.
Yeah, I expected you guys to be a little bit more heated. I was expecting some argument in this. I commend you guys. Like, we're all on the same page, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. Most were for it was too lenient, especially when they thought it was 2 years. But I guess at 10 years, it's a little more, okay, maybe that's good. I couldn't imagine not being allowed to fish for the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
What if you just got a nice, real expensive hunting lease or something like that?
Like your wife or somebody gave you like a new nice gun.
Yeah. Hang it up, boys, for 10 years. Ouch.
Yeah. What if you got gifted something that was going to expire? You know, like I don't know, something that wouldn't age well over the course of 10 years. A boat, you know, where the motor's just going to sit there and rot or something.
Right. Yeah, Wild Japan's right. There is a difference. Shoot a deer where 2 centimeters too short, you couldn't tell, and then shoot 2 deer out of season in the dark with a spotlight. You know you're doing wrong when you're out there with a spotlight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, a lot of those counts, it's not that they had 60 animals. A lot of the counts were that they had a lot of those animals, but they were out of season. They were doing it at night with a spotlight, probably shooting after a car. I mean, they were breaking multiple rules, some of them felonies, all at the same thing.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like some losers, some real losers. You said it was 2 people, 2 guys?
Yeah, 2 guys, I believe.
Yeah, they're losers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. You're right. Not dudes I'm gonna be hanging out with. That's for sure.
No, not at all. I won't feel sad for them either.
Yeah. No. Neither do I. Pick up a different hobby, buddies.
There,
Go
Mark
get yourself a
chimed
place
in.
to-
Mark, fresh from his Montana wolf trapping trip. That was some beautiful country up there. Yeah, you did your videos in, Mark.
This was a little bit more along the line. This is kind of a little bit more along the lines of my stance on it. I can be like, if everybody in the chat is sitting here and telling me they're like, yeah, you know what, these guys lost their 20s and 10 years is fine. Everybody's comfortable with that. I kind of feel like I'll be like, all right, maybe I'm just being a little bit too harsh about it. I don't have to feel quite as strongly about it as I do. But this is like walking into this. This is exactly how I felt about it. I was like, you guys got to find something else to do.
That's a good question, Wild Japan. I think most felonies that involve a firearm, you lose if you're a felon. You lose your right to own a firearm.
Yeah, that would be the rule here in Texas, right?
As long as they didn't let them, what's the word, where they go to a lesser, they agree to a lesser charge, just so they don't have to go through court and all that, make it easier on the system. And a lot of times that's what even people who commit crimes with guns, the plea deal, right? They let them plea down to a lesser charge, so it's easier for the system. But now this person can go own a gun again that shouldn't because they committed a crime with a gun. Maybe that's the same thing here. I don't know.
Let's see. It says that Dress and Allen each entered into plea agreements on separate felony and misdemeanor charges. One of them agreed to pay fines and restitution. The other guy pled guilty to lesser offenses with fines and restitution. It did say that they had been convicted of multiple felony and misdemeanor criminal charges. So yeah, it doesn't say whether or not they actually got convicted of the felony ones or not. So you're right. Like gun ownership, you can lose hunting for 6 months, and who cares if you're not allowed to use a gun? Then that's it. You're retired.
Well, you can be a bow hunter, I guess.
Oh, I suppose that's right. Yeah.
Go hunt with Grant.
True. Are you allowed to own a bow?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just firearms.
Okay.
I don't know though. I don't worry about it because I don't plan on committing any felonies.
Yeah, right. It's not something I terribly try to keep up with. I have very little need to know that.
Yeah. All right. Can a Arapaima really knock out humans? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, Arapaima are those big. What's his name? Jeremy Wade, the river monster guy. Yeah, he got popped in the chest by one of those, and it gave him a heart arrhythmia.
Yeah, they're trying to net them or something, right? Or catch them with a net or something. I imagine it could.
Yeah, I don't want to get scared by one.
Seen a video where I don't know if they're wildlife people or police officers or whatever. They had a gator. And they had it, the mouth taped and all that, and they're throwing it in the back of a pickup, and it swapped that tail around and hit one of them in the head and knocked him out cold.
That'll take your teeth out.
No, he was on the ground, out cold, not moving. It knocked him out. I wouldn't want to go down like that.
I try to avoid getting popped. One thing that we do when we're catching sharks is we try to keep them horizontal. You don't want to, like if you put a shark in the boat, put them on their belly. You don't want them on their side. If they're on their belly, they go back and forth like this, and that's fine. They can slap back and forth all day long. They're not going to do anything. There's no verticality to that attack or what they can do. But if they're on their side, they can do this. And then they can pop themselves up, and they can move themselves around, and they can hit you a lot harder. They can wreck your tackle, wreck your boat a lot worse than if they're just doing this.
I think we got Grant trying to come in here. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Hey!
What's up, man?
Here's the bird slayer.
Cheers. It's over.
Cheers,
kept us all
man.
waiting. It better have been good.
Oh, man. Well, it was good. It was worth staying all day, but
Good.
that last hour wasn't what I was expecting. But we did shoot some after lunch.
Nice. Good. That's all we needed to hear. You
Yeah.
got your kitchen
That
pad
will be a
for the
video.
show.
Nice. Looking forward to that, man. That makes me feel happy. We pulled up your photo a couple of times here. I don't have it queued up right now, but we pulled it up a couple of times.
Yeah, we were listening, watching on the way home. I haven't been listening about the last 10 minutes, getting the boat unhooked and stuff. But
So we did the ice fishing story already. We just talked about the folks up in Montana hunting illegally and getting busted. I think we talked about some of the questions in the chat.
You got a
Good
fun
to see
one
you.
for you here. Since we got Wild Japan in the chat, he made a point of this. He got a new fishing license up there in Japan, and check this out.
New fishing license.
Where is it here? So I'm assuming this is probably not an entire Japan thing. It's probably for like the region, but the fishing license. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Wild Japan, let me know like what I'm getting right, what I'm getting wrong about this. But it now includes a map of the areas, or I guess it's probably like the outdoors annual, not the license. But you know how you have your outdoors annual?
Yeah.
Now includes all of the maps for all the rules and all the locations. I guess it was kind of confusing. I've experienced that in Wisconsin, knowing what to fish and what creeks. So I thought it was cool that they included a map. They were just like, screw it. Like, we're not even going to sit here and continue to try to explain all this. Here's the damn map right here on your thing.
So Grant, you'll have to go back and listen to the show for the flying tomatoes part.
yeah. I was telling him they're still trying to thaw, man. It's been rough. We still broke ice Friday morning.
It's 70 here today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it got up in the 40s. It's showing 33 now, but
I think we got 70 for the next few days.
yeah, we still had to break ice Friday. Janet and I
Wow.
hunted Friday and broke ice. We did a little shooting, got to go to the spot we wanted to, and then Saturday, Clint and I, we went and hunted in the rain till about 11 o'clock, and we missed a couple that were long shots, just taking a chance, and that was it.
Now, while Japan's explaining the map a little bit, that makes sense. Yeah, we got some areas that you got to be careful, like the Guadalupe, the trout fishing. There's a trophy zone where you can only use lures, no baits, barbless hooks, and that kind of stuff. And so you have to know if you're in. So they got a map that'll depict that. Cooked duck. Yeah, we haven't seen anything that you cooked lately, duck-wise.
Yeah, I've got a clean ducks and a goose here when we get done.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So it's when you get your license, they provide it with the regulations on there. That's cool.
Kind
I
of
like it.
getting your little annual when you get your license here too. And then
You got all the advertising paying for this. I like that too. I think that's probably an opportunity they could take advantage of, and around here all as well.
And then we got an app for Texas, so we can go on there and look at the hunting and fishing rules.
Yeah. Which I never take advantage of. You know how many fish we've thrown away? I'm not even kidding. When we go offshore, we all, we're 100 miles offshore, and we catch a 48-inch swordfish or a 34-inch amberjack, and we're like, what was the rule on that again? Is it 30? Because amberjack are weird. It's like 34 to the fork or 38 to the tail if it's Texas, or never have the damn book with us when we're out there. All right, Grant, let's see. Okay, yeah, Mark's saying he's not been able to do any trapping.
Details. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. We had
so yeah, Mark,
go ahead.
so text me the details. How far of a drive and how much it cost. I'm thinking he's about 6 hours away.
There you go. Snow goose hunt.
Dude.
Yeah, I got invited to go on a snow goose hunt Thursday. I actually got a text as soon as we pulled in the driveway. A guy asked me if I wanted to go 2 days from now, Thursday. I said yes. Let me know.
Right answer.
In the afternoon.
Good
Go in
deal.
the afternoon, see how it goes.
Good deal, man.
I want to see you do a catch and cook on that. Like the full 9 yards. I want to see the whole hunting experience, and then I want to see the coming home and preparing it for dinner thing.
Yeah, I'll video the me cleaning that goose and cooking it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't. I'd always heard geese were greasy and not fit to eat, but yeah, the way we put them in the crock pot, it's just like some Italian beef.
If there's anybody out there,
Good.
anybody out there who thinks that geese are greasy, not fit to eat, anything like that, you feel free, send them my way. I'll take care of that for you. We'll settle it. I would be more than happy to eat that guy.
Yeah, we got up in Michigan, Audrey's cousin, her husband is a big hunter, hunts everything. But she said the same thing. When he brings goose home, she doesn't even eat it no more because it's really greasy and she doesn't like it. But a lot of times it's how you prepare something.
Exactly right. Yep.
Audrey's saying she thinks she doesn't want to eat duck. I mean, I got wood ducks when I was a teenager, and I'm pretty sure she ate some of that. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I feel that we've done duck before, those tree ducks, many times. And when I was younger, we did them a lot. And my mom and dad kind of got turned off on it. They felt like they were stringy, didn't really like doing them anymore. That's why we stopped doing ducks when I was in like high school. But now I don't remember much about it, and I kind of feel the need to get out there and get a few just to see if there's something you can do to make them taste good.
they got a lot of duck hunting down there on the coast.
They're down there.
Yeah. Havana is 4.5 hours. That's probably doable. Depending on the date.
Make it happen. Can we sell advertising on your video to drum up the funds for it? I'll buy advertising on your video.
Get a
Donate.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, donate to the GoFundMe to fund his hunting trip.
I want to purchase an ad integration on that video.
Very
Well, we
cool.
got one more topic of conversation we got to talk about here, and Grant, you got perfect timing. So in Pennsylvania, let me bring this up here. Check this out. So Pennsylvania is talking about redoing their rules on the. They're talking about making a longer antlerless deer season due to chronic wasting disease. They're going to do extra rifle antlerless deer season next winter. I guess they're reviewing the whole thing now to try to reduce the spread of the disease. Thoughts on that, guys? Is this a good idea? Killing off more of them a better idea? Is that? I know that's a big part of the problem, right? Is the populations.
I guess. I mean, it depends on the research they did. Are they overpopulated in the area for what's sustainable? And yeah, if high density population, diseases spread more easily. So I guess it makes sense as long as they factored all that in.
Right. I like that. Yo, see, we don't have an antlerless season. I know a lot of states do, but we don't.
Michigan does. Texas, we have certain times where it's antlerless too.
I guess they're saying the big things that they're looking at for this, that there's two big things. One of them being the prevalence of the number of adult deer have tested positive for CWD. They're saying 1 out of every 3
Oof.
has tested positive.
Hmm.
This is by stuff that was submitted by hunters, so there might be a little bit of a thing on that. I don't know, but I doubt it. That's probably pretty reasonable. Second, they found that the first free-ranging detection on the east side of the river, I guess that means they hadn't ever detected it there before.
It's
So
here.
yeah,
in
it's
Texas now, too.
spreading.
Yeah, I know they've just found some cases in Kentucky, over here in Western Kentucky, and they're talking about putting new rules and regulations in. You know, right now they can use a feeder, automatic feeder with corn and stuff, where we haven't been able to in Illinois. But they're talking about doing away with that in the counties that it has been found in, maybe surrounding counties.
Yeah, Michigan, very controversial with hunters up there. They, and I don't know if they've changed it back yet or not, but they stopped allowing to have, like, putting out feed piles. You know, they put out a bunch of produce and stuff because it'd make the deers gather together. But you can put out a plot, you know, plant something, and for some reason, those deer gathering together to eat that aren't an issue. So a lot of the hunters called foul on that. I don't know. Very controversial.
Yeah.
Clarification on that: chronic wasting disease (CWD) is a prion disease. It's found in hooked animals. North America, it's prevalent. It's a result of correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it's the result of animals, or it started from animals eating like their own. Like they started off when beef. They were feeding beef. They're feeding cows a meal that had beef in it, and it was causing a hereditary disease.
I had never heard of it in cows.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What impact does it have on people who eat the animal?
I think they're still mixed about it. I think they tell people that you can eat it, but then I think nowadays they're kind of cautioning against it because they're not sure.
Go shoot more of them. Go ahead and eat them. And next thing you know, people are trying to eat other people, and we got a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they're saying here, this is interesting. So they're seeing a decline in the population of hunters. They have fewer hunters than they had in the past.
Well, yeah, because they're afraid of eating a dang deer that's got zombie disease.
Right.
And talking about making some other changes on here. I'm trying to see if they have something that explains CWD, maybe, because I thought I know it's the prion thing. I just don't remember the more the specifics about it. It's a neurological disease fatal to deer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it affects their brain and the way that their brain grows as a result of like the proteins that they eat.
Yeah, they're saying the origin of CWD is unknown.
Engaging in cannibalism.
Determined. First recognized in captive mule deer held in wildlife research facilities in Colorado back in the 60s.
Doesn't sound like any fun.
No.
Yeah. That's one of those ones that's up there with like, I'm not too concerned about it, but it is something that I would have on my mind if I'm out there hunting. I am very mindful of mercury poisoning on my end. And if I was doing a lot more hunting, I think this is something that I would be a lot more mindful of. What's up, Scully? Dude, it has been a busy year. That's a good thing, I hope. Good news. What you been doing?
Oh man, I ain't seen Scully in a minute.
Yeah, well, and we were missing out last week too, so you're not the only one. Is owl edible? Well, if you're asking me,
legally or just can you eat them?
I mean, that's. I like to put myself, on the high end of the food chain, and there's only one way of getting there.
So I'm looking at a little bit of. They had an incident in 2005 where a fire company in New York fed the meat of a deer that tested positive for chronic wasting disease to 200 to 250 people. They didn't know it was infected with chronic wasting disease until a laboratory test was done. And they said, basically, they did a study with these people, and they really found nothing wrong with them except they did not desire to eat venison anymore, which makes sense, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, they didn't. So who knows? That was back in 2005. Crazy.
Well, that's all I need to hear. If that's what the disease does, then I don't want to have anything to do with it. I like my venison.
Haven't had time to fish, Scully. You're doing something too much if you haven't had time to fish.
Yeah, right. Well, it hasn't been the greatest of weather. There's fish to be caught. Hasn't been the greatest weather. I've heard like right now, today, tomorrow, I think it's supposed to be absolutely perfect. So just so you know, if you're calling in sick, tomorrow would be a day to do it.
We got the next few days of really nice 70-degree weather. It's just
calm seas.
Nice time to be in Texas.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be up to 60 Saturday.
Ooh, tropical heat wave.
For real. Which is fine since duck season ended today. Let it warm back up. We have an early spring.
There you go. And gentlemen, everybody in the chat, it is that time. We need to take a look and see what everybody else has been doing in the past couple of weeks. Y'all ready for it?
Let's do it.
Let me get this thing up right here. Here we go. So this is we're going to take a look at everybody's photos. These are the photos of the weeks, courtesy of the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. There is a link in the description down below. If you have not joined it, you need to get in there with us. Come have some fun and show us what you are doing every week so that we can all partake and enjoy. These are the photos from the past couple of weeks because we missed last week. So it's going to be the photos of the past 2 weeks. Starting off with the gentleman who just managed to get outdoors and go have a good time all over the world. And an interesting side note on this. So for Wild Japan, that shot he's got up there, it's kind of hard to tell, especially on the screen. But if you look in the top kind of right-ish corner of the screen right there, there's a little bit of a black dot on the water. He was filming his fishing trip and he caught on video a hawk catching a fish.
Oh, very cool.
I'm curious. I've been a little out of the loop. So, Wild Japan, have you got a video on this yet? Has that made it to YouTube yet? Is that something we can check out?
Good question.
And then, of course, we've got people all over the place. Rogan and Daniel.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, I think it was like -4, so less nice.
Still nice to have it if you're in -4.
Yeah, true. He does have the video out. Awesome. So if you want to see that, you want to check out some awesome footage, that hawk catching that fish while he's out there, he's got that video available now on his channel. Good catch on that, man. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I miss Farmall sneaking in. Hey, Farmall. Ooh, there's some fish.
And sticking with the theme of way too cold for me, Bananas out there in 20 degrees, and this does not even do the number of catches that he got justice. Nice. He was dumping photos in the server.
Beautiful trout.
Yeah, gorgeous trout. Those perch are pretty looking, and the fact that he's out there for one, I mean, you can see he's in gloves on that one. He's out there in 20 degrees doing this barehanded.
Nice.
No, thank you on that.
Yeah,
I do not think so.
Yeah, some nice fish.
Yep.
Next up, we got Gunpoint Llama. He's been a little bit frozen out lately. He hasn't been able to just completely destroy it like he has historically. But he gave some opportunities for Molotov, Aeon, and Big Hit Savage to get a couple catches on the board.
Nice. That clam? That looks like dinner.
I love that Aeon's out there doing that, man. We talked about it last time, and we do clams down here, and now that we've had our freeze, we can go get them. That's something I'd really like to go do.
Do it. Do it. Ooh, what is that?
We need a little more of this. Fishing Ninja is out. I don't even know where he's at.
Wow.
That's they call him a leather jacket. That's a triggerfish. And queen trigger. I don't know what kind, but it's one of those really pretty ones.
Yeah, that is crazy looking.
Yeah, I've seen them in fish tanks, but not that big.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Yeah, that's different.
I don't know where he didn't say specifically where he was at. This is a picture was a while back. I didn't get a response on.
Those queen snapper or whatever they call them. They look delicious either way.
Yeah, man, that's that yellow-eyed one. I don't think it's a queen. I don't know what kind that is.
They look yummy, nonetheless.
Oh, you know they're delicious. You know that's a great eating fish.
It's a deep water fish, big old eyeballs.
Yeah, exactly. And that red color, that's significant. Hey, you know he had a blast out there doing that.
Yeah, it looked like it was a beautiful day.
Yeah. A little chop behind it, but it looks nice.
No offense to the gentleman, no offense to Banana and some of these other guys.
You'd rather be out there.
Yeah. I wish this is what I had been doing in Mexico in hindsight.
Right down under.
Oh, it might be. It might be Australia. You're right. Next up, we've got our boy Relax. He's getting into the season with some sheep's head and a big drum.
Oh, sheep's head, yeah. Oh, and it looked like it cooked up nicely too.
Oh yeah, he had some. He had several of the cooks posted on there.
Nice. Yeah, sheep's head is delicious.
Yeah, it is. One of the best eating fish you can get on the coast, right there, sheep's head.
I agree.
I'm hoping to go out and get a few this weekend myself.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll take them for a redfish or a speckled trout.
Oh yeah, definitely. My top three is, or my top four is going to be pompano. Far and away is my all-time favorite as far as like inshore species, and then it's going to be mangrove, and then sheep's head and flounder, or like right all there.
List. That's a good list.
Yep.
All right, got bluefish.
Across the board, man. Fighting for food, salt, happy. I don't even know. Like that looks like a
porgy.
Yeah, kind of a cross between a perch and a sheep's head.
Yeah, it looks like a porgy on the left on there.
Yeah.
The big one on top, that's a bluefish, right?
Yep, that's bluefish.
Not sure what that red one is.
Yeah, actually, I think there were some questions in the server about that. I don't know if we got that identified. That is.
Crazy.
I don't know what size it is because those water droplets you would think it would be pretty small fish.
Yeah.
I bet you one thing though. I bet you it's delicious. I'd eat it.
I'd hit it. Don't eat it. Oh, there we go.
Yes, sir. We got LJS, Chrome's dad, and Wally. Everybody getting out into nature.
Holy smokes. I'm trying to focus. Okay, we got a deer, top center. I can't see the tail. That's a beaver, I'm assuming, right?
It looks like a big beaver.
Yeah. And then
another beaver on the left.
Far right.
Couple beavers.
I can't. Is that what that one is on the far right?
I think on the far right, that's a hog. Got himself a
hog. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see his face now.
And,
had to make it big.
We did have a beaver go through the goose decoys about 5 minutes before shooting time was over with. Hopefully we got that on video. I had the GoPro going.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Like smacked his tail right next to a goose decoy and made it go sideways. It was pretty neat.
Try to tell him get the hell out of there.
Pretty much.
And that is it, gentlemen. That is our photos of the week. So it is time right now. We're going to take like 2 minutes to do this. We need to choose ourselves a photographer of the week so that we can add somebody to our 2024 Wall of Fame. And time to kick George out of the photographer of the week role. So let's see who's going to do that. Our options for the photographer of the week are going to be Banana with that beautiful little trout, Fishing Ninja with a leather jacket, and LJS with that beaver. Gentlemen, who joins the board?
Man, that's a tough one. Oh, we ain't never had a beaver on the board, have we?
No, and that's a gorgeous shot, too.
Got the kiddo in there, too?
Yep.
I love that trout, though, too.
Ooh. Real quick here, just FYI. This is our current board. Now, mind you, we're going to have a ton of fishing over the course of the summer.
Oh, we are.
So there's going to be a lot of fish on here.
Ben.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I gotta.
You know what? Banana, you have been killing it, sir. You absolutely just got outdoors. You did it hard. You did it harder than everybody else. You got my vote based on that alone.
Good reasoning.
Yep. I think the best photo goes to a LJS. I'm not going to lie about that, but I'm going to give props to Banana on the work ethic.
Yeah, I just like the young man in the photo involved in hunting. That's hard to do nowadays, is this generation. Yeah. So I like that.
It's very true.
And see, that's an excellent photo. You got the fish, you've got the fishermen there, lighting. It's just a good picture. So
yep,
can't go wrong with any of those three.
Yep, I'm gonna go with C just because that's a huge. What's it called?
That leather jacket, the triggerfish.
Triggerfish. Yeah, that thing's huge.
That is a heck of a triggerfish. And that is a highly underrated catch, too. Like, triggerfish are really good eating.
But nice beaver, too.
All right, folks. Get your votes in.
Yep. We got about 30 seconds, guys. Who are we going to take? We're going to put ourselves our first fish 2024 on the Wall of Fame.
Second fish, right? There's one, wasn't there?
We don't have a fish yet, do we?
Yeah, right there, George.
Oh, we do. George had it. That's right. George is on there. Sorry about that.
A lot of you ain't voted yet. Come on now.
This is your chance. Who is going to be deserving of being on this wall for the next 52 weeks?
Hey, hit that thumbs up while you're here, too. Figuring it out. Hit that thumbs up, please.
And, of course, if you haven't done so, come and post your pictures in the Discord server. We appreciate it, and we're looking forward to seeing everything that you got. Gentlemen, I think that's it. I think it's time to call it. It's going to take more than a few votes to knock LJS off the list on this one. He is running away with it by a 2-1 margin. LJS, congratulations, sir. You got yourself a win. You are on our 2024 Wall of Fame with that awesome beaver. Keep up the great work, sir.
We got a beaver on the wall.
We got a beaver on the board, man.
Very nice beaver.
Well done.
If somebody just listens to this, they're going to be probably upset at us.
Oh, yeah, no, we got instantly demonetized.
Yes, congratulations. Good job. All three, as a matter of fact.
All right, you got 55 seconds of beaver jokes. While you're telling that, everybody, what are you going to be doing for the next week so that we can celebrate your accomplishments next week? Grant, let's start with you, man. What can we expect to see from you next Tuesday?
I'm going to try and get the video out. If you haven't seen the Took the Wife Duck Hunting video, check it out. I think only 12% of the views were from subscribers, so make sure you check that out.
Nice. I love those numbers.
Pretty good.
Well, I want to see more subscribers watching too.
Well,
True.
Yeah.
More thumbs up. Yeah, I'll be getting another duck hunting video out.
Cool. I still owe y'all a video from my Florida trip, so that should hopefully come out before Tuesday. No guarantees, but hopefully before Tuesday. And we are on baby watch right now. My daughter is real close to her due date, and so we're getting ready for grandbaby to show up here within the next couple weeks, probably.
Nice.
That's priority one right now.
Sounds good.
hear you on that. I am heavy into editing Mexico stuff, so I'm gonna do this. This series is gonna be a little bit different. I did not want to do the exact same thing that I've done. Not that we've done it the exact same way every year, but I want to try to change things up just a hair. So I'm gonna take some editing license on the way that I do some of the videos. I hope you enjoy that. If not, don't worry about it. We're only gonna do a couple of videos, and then we are jumping right into some hardcore fishing out here in Texas after that.
Cool.
So, guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. We really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing everything that you are doing outdoors for the next week. We hope you get out there and get yourself some fresh air, and then come and celebrate with us. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will catch you next Tuesday.
Peace out.